Hello guys, welcome to the Superwatch channel. The demand for high-end timepieces is growing rapidly. Proof: the greatest timepieces you can get for under $1,000. There has never been a better moment to snag some high-quality wrist candy at a price range that won't give your accountant nightmares, thanks to the bewildering array of brands and models available, from beater sports watches to minimalist Japanese masterpieces. Today's video will go through the top watches under $1,000 that you can buy this year. I've included links in the description below for further information on the goods. Let us begin without further ado. Number 1. Mido Ocean Star Titanium. Among the several Mido Ocean Star versions, I am most interested in the titanium variant. This is, without a doubt, one of the greatest automatic titanium diving watches on the market today. Titanium's low weight, the case's slim profile, and the watch's 80-hour battery reserve combine to provide for an impressive and memorable wrist presence and wearing experience. Additionally, as a member of the Swatch Group, Mido is known for producing high-quality timepieces at affordable prices. The version of the watch seen above is from a previous generation, when there was only one style available in orange with subdued gray. However, Mido introduced 3 new titanium variants in a variety of colors in 2022. Differentiating from their predecessors, these newer versions have smoother exteriors and a textured dial reminiscent of waves. Plus, the cost may exceed what we had originally planned to spend. Ocean Star GMT versions are also available. However, their prices tend to be rather exorbitant. In case you don't have a strong aversion to the color orange, I'd recommend getting one for an older generation if at all possible. Number 2. DOCSIS Sub-200. As a historical diving watch manufacturer, Doxa is one of the few who has truly nailed the spirit of the vintage reissue market. When you have a past like theirs, it's not hard to lean into it. The contemporary Doxa Sub-200 is one of the greatest watches for anybody interested in owning an iconic vintage reissue because of the company's association with Jacques Cousteau, and because it was one of the first watch firms to provide an inexpensive purposeful dive watch. The current Doxa Sub-200 comes in 7 distinct colors, all of which are based on the original from 1963. The 42mm stainless steel case has a vintage-inspired lug angle that tapers inwards towards the steel band, creating a substantial wrist presence without being overly huge. A sapphire crystal protects the display from scratches. The Doxa Sub-200 is a great option if you want a modern diver that fits your wrist thanks to its current dimensions and dive watch DNA from the past. Number 3. Baltic Aquascape. Need a diver with less than 40mm of thickness and an antique aesthetic? One of the most impressive vintage-inspired diving watches from a micro brand is the Baltic Aquascaphe. Founded in 2017 in France, Baltic watches swiftly established a unique look in the watch industry. Each Baltic watch is carefully crafted to reflect the brand's commitment to understated sophistication, minimalistic boldness, and a strong pinch of vintage overtones. The market for vintage-style diving watches is so crowded that the Aquascape stands out for being both novel and instantly recognizable. The 39mm stainless steel case, 47mm from lug to lug, and the superb workmanship of the beads of the rice bracelet makes a stunning combination on the wrist. The Mido 9039 movement provides the customer with the brand's standard of dependability without the usual premium pricing. If you're in the market for a vintage-inspired diving watch with a diameter of less than 40mm, you should give serious consideration to the Baltic Aquascaphe. Number 4. Citizen Promaster Mechanical Diver in Titanium. In the past, Citizen has avoided the rough seas of diving watches, but that has been changing. They've been adding eco-drive and mechanically driven divers to the Promaster lineup. The Promaster Mechanical Diver in Titanium was one of the year's most fascinating and significant new products. The first Citizen Challenge diver debuted in the 1970s, and its successor, the Promaster Mechanical Diver, draws influence from that model. The Promaster Mechanical stands out among the other timepieces in this video due to its simple, readable, and understated appearance. Like the original Challenge diver, it is intended primarily as a practical tool rather than a decorative accessory. Titanium, a traditional Citizen signature, and a 41mm case diameter combine to provide a sturdy, readable diver watch that isn't too cumbersome to wear all day. In contrast to the bracelet that comes with the blue dial version, a rubber strap is included with the black dial version. Someone looking for a classic, no-frills diver watch would be well served by this timepiece. Number 5. Youngins Max Bill. The Youngins Max Bill series has been a Bauhaus symbol in the watch collecting world for a long time because of its minimalist aesthetics, strong yet rational design ethos, and sense of humor. The legendary German watchmaker worked with the renowned artist and designer Max Bill to produce a Bauhaus-inspired wristwatch in 1956. The Bauhaus school of design was known for its methodical approach to striking a balance between individual aesthetic vision and the rising need for mass-produced goods. Essential to the Bauhaus philosophy is the idea that form should follow function. For this reason, Bauhaus-inspired furniture and decor often make sparse and efficient use of the available horizontal and vertical design real estate. The classic Max Bill was the outcome of the Youngins Max Bill design. While there are other models in the MB collection, I want to draw attention to the Max Bill Handaufzug. The Handaufzug, a manual wind watch with a 34mm case diameter, is a great option for those who value minimalism, are interested in forward-thinking design, enjoy a touch of whimsy, and appreciate a nod to the past. Number 6. Tissot Gentleman Powermatic 80. Perhaps you are in need of a dress watch that is both classic and modern, with a 40mm case diameter that is appropriate for any occasion. You need to locate a Tissot Powermatic 80 for gentlemen. Tissot's reaction to the demand for a highly marketable yet durable and aesthetically pleasing adaptable dress watch was the 2019 introduction of the Tissot Gentleman. The Tissot Gentleman is an automatic watch with a wide array of dial variations and variants, including some with stylized baton hands and others with discreetly wedged markers. The combination of polished and brushed surfaces helps the watch bridge the gap between what I would term a formal dress watch and a casual dress watch. The silicium hairspring within this Powermatic 80 movement makes it more resistant to the harmful effects of magnetism. Magnetism can degrade the precision of traditional metal hairsprings. The Tissot Gentleman Powermatic 80 is a very user-friendly and adaptable dress watch made out of silicium, a material based on silicon that isn't magnetic. Number 7. Certina DS2. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The American watch collecting community would benefit from greater exposure to the Certina brand. They have phenomenal access to other Swatch technologies and resources, including ETA movements, and to the Swatch Group's distribution network as a result of being part of the Swatch Group. Certina is not widely recognized in the United States due, in part, to the company's limited distribution outside of Europe. If you're prepared to put in the time and effort, you can get most Certina models online. This is terrific, since you'll have access to a storied Swiss watchmaker known for exceptional quality at an affordable price. If you're looking for a casual, daily watch, the Certina DS2 is a great place to start with the brand. This watch was first produced in 1968 as a follow-up diver to the immensely famous Certina DS, but it has since been redesigned, not as a diver per se, but as a well-designed daily timepiece that represents the retro spirit of the 1960s. Anyone even mildly interested in watches may discover a Certina DS2 that appeals to their tastes thanks to the wide selection of dial colors, case finishes, and strap and bracelet combinations available. The Powermatic 80 movement in the DS2 provides a whopping 80 hours of power reserve, in addition to the high-quality precision and craftsmanship for which ETA is renowned. Number 8. Yema Flygraph Pilot M2. The French watch company has been around since 1948, and it quickly established a reputation as a reliable source of reasonably priced but high-quality tool watches. There has always been a strong connection between it and the history of French motorsport, aviation, and aerospace. Despite this achievement, the brand suffered due to the quartz crisis, and in 1988, it was bought by Seiko. In 2004, however, Seiko sold Yema, and the company was once again French-owned. Since then, the Yema team has been hard at work reviving the company's reputation and expanding its catalog of distinctive products like the Yema Flygraph. The product line has evolved since its inception in 1969 as a chronograph for pilots. The contemporary Yema Flygraph Flyer M2 is the result of a collaboration between the Japanese watchmaker and acrobatic flyer Sammy Mason to develop a timepiece inspired by World War II airfield watches and pilot watches. The Flygraph Pilot M2's 39mm case diameter delivers a comfortable wearing experience that won't overpower your wrist with its novel twist on the pilot watch design. However, the broad, polished fixed bezel might make the dial appear smaller than it actually is, despite the watch's stated dimensions. However, this is made more difficult by the watch's thickness of 13mm, which makes it appear huge on wrists that aren't quite as large as average. In addition, The Yema Flygraph Pilot M2 has a very wide 19mm lug width. Nevertheless, despite these intriguing size idiosyncrasies, the Flygraph is a terrific candidate for anybody looking for a sturdy, uniquely styled everyday watch with a little of aviation history sprinkled in, thanks to its specialized origins as a historical French brand. There are variants with both black and dark gray dials. Number 9. Seiko Turtle. The Seiko Turtle, as it was fondly known among Seiko divers, was reissued in 2016. The original was produced in 1976, with its now iconic case shape and diver design. The current reissue is one of the best and most influential vintage reissued dive watches available. Bold and easily readable hour indices are set in a cleanly symmetrical pattern inside a cushion-shaped shell that draws attention inside. The Seiko Turtle's simple yet powerful aesthetic has helped it endure for decades. But beyond that, it's a sturdy and dependable instrument that can be counted on in times of need. The 200 meters of water resistance are guaranteed by the screw-down crown and rear. You can't go wrong with the Seiko Lumi, by the way. There are several different Seiko Turtle models available, each with its own unique combination of case material, color scheme, and dial pattern, and selling for anywhere from $400 to $700. Number 10. Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. When it comes to economical, widely available, and traditionally styled field watches, the Hamilton Khaki series is perhaps the best representation on the market. Therefore, we are not the exception to the rule that a timepiece from this series is included in every conversation involving field watches or everyday wearers. Among the Khaki collection of timepieces, the Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical is well regarded as a top option for everyday use. The absence of an automated rotor in the Field Mechanical makes it stand out from the rest of Khaki's offerings. So, to wind the mainspring and charge the mechanism, instead of having the mechanism rely on centrifugal force to spin the rotor, you crank the crown. When compared to other Khaki series models, which can range in size from 42mm to 45mm, this watch's 9.5mm thickness and 38mm diameter 47mm lug-to-lug measurement are really fantastic. The Khaki Field Mechanical is a great option for everyday use if you're in need of a tiny watch with a classic military vibe, particularly when worn with the included NATO strap. A variety of strap materials from leather to rubber to metal will look fantastic on this watch. The Field Mechanical is a versatile everyday watch that can be worn with a number of different straps, making it an excellent choice for those who want to minimize the number of watches they need to keep track of. So if that's it for the best watches under $1,000 you can buy this year. Like, comment, and subscribe to receive the notification of our latest videos.